Yep. Yep, we are back. Second time today. Today we're gonna have an interview with a big delivery driver. Yeah, we're gonna have an interview today. So share me out. We're gonna wait on him to come through. And while we're doing that, we're just gonna hang tight and get some people up in here. Oh, we got 11 people up in here, man. That's what's up. That's quick. Island Trucker, what's going on, man? Everything good? Yep, we're gonna have an interview today, man, with a day in the life of a beer delivery driver. So just thumbs up the live, isn't it? And we got yo, Aaron, what's going on? I'm gonna put out the link. I'm gonna put that link in the when I put the link in the description, darn, you can just jump in at any time. Boom. All right, there you go. You see that link I put in the description? Just click on that link. Super Pontiac in the building. What's going on? Just put that link, click on the link, and just follow the direction. You can jump in every time. That's what I'm saying. Gabe, what's going on? Uh-huh. Well, what's going on, everybody? Everybody good, man? We just up in here, man, doing the works as always. So I'm saying.
You're ready. You're ready.
You know how we do it. Yep. Here we go. We got Darwin up in the building. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. Just chilling.
What's going on? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Y'all share me out. Share me out. We about to get into this, man. You know, if y'all interested in coming into the beer industry, this is where you want to be right now. So y'all go ahead and share me out. If y'all got any questions, feel free to ask. You know what I'm saying? So what's going on? Darn, you good?
Yes, sir. All good. How about you, man?
Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. Ain't sipping on no beer right now, but
Close enough, right?
yeah. So we gonna get to it, man. So what's your place of birth, man? Where you grew up at?
I was born in Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I've been here since I was 9 years old. Though I've been in Florida ever since. Since I was 9 years old. So been
Oh,
here a while.
oh yes. So what school? Like high school and stuff.
I went to Hollywood Hills High School in Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What year you graduate? You know I'm laughing.
2012.
You know I'm laughing, right?
Why? Why you went to South Broward?
Hollywood Hills, man.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm a Spartan. We'll talk about that another time, though.
Nice.
Home of the
Nice,
Spartan.
nice.
My
Oh, I
other,
didn't know that.
yeah, my other homie, he drive a beer truck right now. He also a Spartan. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
What company did you work for?
who? He worked for
Brown?
Eagles.
Double
Some
Eagle?
company called
Double
Eagles.
Eagle?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yep.
in Hillsboro, right?
Mm,
In Boca somewhere, I think.
I don't know where that fuel company is at.
Yeah,
I don't know
Double
where it's
Eagle.
at. Yeah. So man, when did you know you wanted to drive trucks, man? And how did the trucking career start?
It's funny because I remember you were talking in one of your videos how you went to like a trade school and you did AC. I sort of did the same thing. I went to electrical school for a year.
Yeah.
I passed that. I went to Sheridan Tech. I passed that. I got my
Hey,
electrical
hold up.
certificate.
Time's out. Hey, time's out. Hold up.
Yeah.
Before you go into that, You got somebody say y'all know the Cobras are the best school down here. Hey, I wouldn't advise nobody send their kids to BA.
Yeah, that's I heard that. I heard it was a bad. It was bad back in the day, right?
Yeah, that's a bad school. Hey, that school you gotta bring a damn knife to school, man. You know?
Yeah, they
It
gotta
ain't
have
about
those metal detectors when you walk in there,
exactly for
like the
real.
movies.
Yeah. So what you were saying now about the
Yeah, like I know you were saying one of your videos that you went and got your, you went to school at first for AC, and I
hmm
kind of did the same thing at one point. I went to school for electrical. I worked for a fire alarm company for a
yeah
year in Pompano. I'm not gonna say their name, you know what I mean? But
yeah
I worked for a fire alarm company for a year. I really wasn't happy there. I
yeah
was one of the youngest people there by far. Like everybody was like way older than me. So they
yeah
kind of treated me as such, you know what I mean? They treated me like, like, oh, he's the young guy. And most of the guys weren't even willing to show me the ropes. They just kind of were just like, they treated me like a helper. Like they didn't treat me like I was one of them. You feel me? They'll kind of treat me like the redheaded stepchild, so to say. And I wasn't really making any money like that, not enough to be able to, pay my bills and
yeah
have something on the side. Um, So I wasn't happy there, and at the time my girl ended up being pregnant with my son, so I was like, man, there's got to be something else.
yeah
And so I started looking into trucking because I used to have a friend that he got a CDL a while back. He started driving it. He tells me like, yo man, you should look into it. You can make good money. It's like no other job out there that you could really compare it to as far as like regular work that the normal things people do. And he's like, you can get in it, get your CDL, get your experience, hop in quick, and then you can start making real money. So
so
like I went go ahead.
when you decided to get your CDL, how did you go about that?
I went to Sheridan Tech also and got my CDL through them. I did they had two courses. They had a night and day.
Yeah
The night would I think it was a little longer. I think it was like 4 or 5 months. I think like 4 months or 3 months. And then the day was full time, so you would go Monday through Friday. I think it was from like 7 to 3, and
okay
then you would get your CDL in 9 weeks.
yeah
So that's the way I went about doing it. They showed you everything, every single little thing you need to know, and it was actually a really good school. Had a good experience there. All the instructors were no nonsense. So if you were there to play around, they weren't having that shit there. If you weren't there to play around, you were out of there. So I kind of liked that from the beginning of the class. The way it was set up with, they were there to show you the right way. So
yeah okay yeah I remember that. That's where I did my that's where I went to school for AC stuff like that. And
Sheridan Tech,
yeah, that's all we did was play around, man.
yeah,
It was like I was in school with a bunch of guys, man. We was all bad for each other. Let's put it like that.
right,
I
right.
mean, so when you finally got your CDL, what did you do after that?
I went to McLean. I went there as a helper at first. So I started off as a helper for a while, then they got me into driving. I was there for a little bit, but I
Yeah,
was working, delivering food for the people that don't know McLean. I'm pretty sure most people do though, because McLean is very well known. We'll do all the, Burger Kings, KFCs, Buffalo Wild Wings, all those accounts, of food. And so I started off as a helper for a little bit, started
yeah.
learning the game because that was my first ever, you know, trucking job. Period. So I
All
started
right.
learning. They trained me how to work because I didn't know how to even hold a hand cart at first, man.
Yeah,
So they show me the ropes, and then they trained me to drive, had me driving a shuttle from from Sunrise to Orlando. That's how I started getting my training. And then I was in the yard, learning how to back up. Well, not
oh, you
learning. I already knew how to drive, but I didn't have any experience, so they just didn't want to take the risk of throwing me out there. So that was their way of giving me the experience that I needed, and then so on and so forth.
So you were driving a double 53 footers from
No,
Sunrise
just a
to Orlando?
single, just a single.
Oh, the single?
They just had me. They had me driving a single 48,
Oh,
48
okay.
footer back and forth from Sunrise to Orlando. You know the yard right there
Yeah.
off of the off of what is that the in Sunrise off of the
Yeah, I know where it's at,
this,
off of
yeah
commercial
yeah
and
yeah commercial right
the Sawgrass
yeah
Expressway.
Sawgrass,
Yeah,
yes, exactly.
that's something I always wanted to do, man. I never drove a double 53. I drove doubles 36 for the 28 or a double 36,
The
but I never.
the trailers that they have at Daya were all 48, most of them.
Yeah. Oh, they're not
Yeah.
53. Oh, so it's like
Nah, as far as I know, most of them were 48.
48. Okay.
Yeah, but they had me
So
doing a single with another driver, getting my experience that way. I was there for a while, and then, uh, I was working. They had overnights only,
yeah.
so it was kind of rough
Mhm.
because I was working overnights, and my wife was staying with the kids, and it just the way the scheduling was set up, it wasn't really working out for us.
Mhm.
It was just too much conflicts to just keep it like that. And so I applied at Gold Coast, which is where I'm at now.
Yeah.
And I've been there ever since. They start you off as a swing driver when you come along. The swing driver pay, they start you off at a rate of like $200 a day for swing drivers. So
Not bad.
basically, as a swing driver, you can be anywhere in Broward or anywhere in Palm Beach. I think the routes go as far as Jupiter, anywhere in Broward and as far as Jupiter, up
Yeah.
far north. So they got case only routes and they have routes that are kegs. So they have kegs, cases, and then they have kegs only and cases only.
Okay.
Um,
Take us into one of your weeks as a swing driver. Like, give us a
a swing
rundown.
driver.
Yeah, in your experience, like one of your
Oh,
rough weeks and one of your good weeks as a swing driver.
okay, so as a swing driver, a lot of the times you're pretty much covering for someone else that might be on vacation or somebody, you have a call out or whatever. You basically covering for them.
Yeah.
So you come in that morning and they just tell you, okay, today you're in Pembroke Pines or whatever. For example, let's say you're in Pembroke Pines. So every driver has a specific truck and trailer assigned to their route. So we
Okay.
don't switch trucks every day, things like that. If you're a swing driver, you're probably going to be in a different truck every day. But if you're a driver that has a route assigned to you,
Mhm.
you're not in a different truck every day. Every truck has a route. Every truck has a route, and every driver has that truck and trailer that's assigned to that route.
So, like a swing driver is guaranteed. You say like $1,000 a week then, because $200 a
Yeah,
day.
like $200 a day, yeah, more or less.
Okay. So
So
if it's like really slow, the advantage is with the swing driver.
yeah, I mean, if you're running a route, you can go out with a lot of cases or a lot of kegs and whatever, and they're gonna make you work for that 200. But for
Yeah.
example, if they don't really have you, because sometimes you'll come in and they don't necessarily need you to have run a route. So you come in and they have like a van or those little box trucks. You hop in
Mhm.
and they'll have you just go help out. Whatever driver needs help that day, they'll have you go help a driver, maybe take a stop or two from them, and so on and so forth. You might, one day as a swing driver, you might run a whole route, 1,000 cases or more, or you might just help out two or three drivers and that's it. And regardless, you make the $200 whether you ran a whole route or whether you helped out one driver for the day.
Okay. So
So it has its advantages.
how long was the process for you to go from a swing driver into a driver that got their own route?
They say it's not really about seniority. It just depends on if you come in and you hustle. So there's some people there that have been a while that still don't necessarily have a route, and there was other people that came a little bit after them and got a route before some of the people that are there just because of their work ethic.
Yeah.
So it can really depend, but most people are not going to be there forever and not get a route. So it all depends on what the need of the company is and your work ethic for the most part.
Okay, so let's talk about before we get into like your daily routine. Let's talk about like what type of person it takes to make it in the beer industry. Like what type of individual character, you know what I'm saying, like character and stuff like that.
I mean, you gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be a hard worker. You can't just be going there and think you're just gonna, waste time and play around all day. You gotta hustle. Just
Yeah,
like food service, you gotta hustle out there. You can't just be, wasting your time because you're gonna be out there all day. And for the people that don't get paid by the hour, you don't want to sit out there all day in the sun.
exactly.
You wanna get as much work done as possible in as little time as possible.
Okay, I remember people. If y'all got any questions, you feel free to ask your questions. So what I want to ask you is I didn't put in the title, but I know you deliver kegs for
Yeah,
everybody that don't know, like those keg drivers, they're like different from the regular drivers. They got the real weight. I'm saying
yeah.
they different type of job than the average beer delivery driver. So go ahead and explain to the people what a beer keg driver is all about.
Well, all the kegs, most of the kegs, they all go to restaurants and places that sell draft beer. So I would have a route that has kegs and cases, but I'll do mostly all the restaurants. The Duffy's, Flanagan's, like things like that. Red Lobster, a Brews Room. All the big sports bars that get a lot of kegs. Man, them Flanagan's boy, they get a
Hmm.
lot of beer. And, you go into Flanagan, they got a bunch of taps. So imagine how
Yeah,
much
yeah,
beer they
yeah.
get.
Flanagan got a lot of taps. And Yard
Yeah,
House, y'all deliver the Yard House?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
Yard
never
House.
delivered to any one of them, but we do those too. Yeah,
They got a lot of they got a lot of taps, man. I think they got way
yeah,
more taps than Flanagan because
yeah. I
for
think they do.
some
Yeah,
reason I think Yard House supposed to like they said they brew their own beer or something like that. So
yeah.
so
Okay.
before you ever heard of companies that brew their own beer?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I guess they brew their own beer. I mean, they have it right there on the spot, or I don't know how does that work?
I don't know too much about it, but I think it was a. I don't know if people are familiar up in Wellington Trace. There's a place called JoJo's. I think that guy has his own brewing company,
You guys own brewing
and
company?
yeah, and he owns that restaurant there. I
Yeah,
forgot the name of the brewing company, but he wanted us to deliver that beer for him, and I guess our company didn't. I don't know. They didn't come to an agreement, so they ended up not doing it for the guy, and he would still order beer from us, but he wouldn't order any draft. He would just
exactly.
order only cases.
So that's what I was thinking. Like for the company that brew their own beer, I was wondering if you guys would deliver to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I know like for instance, like Yard House, they got so many restaurants. Like, would they get like a major distributor to
Right,
deliver?
right.
To them? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So like,
I think they would have to. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for real. So like, take us into a day of a beer delivery driver, man. What do you guys? How many stops you got? How many stops you got for the
All right. So it depends. Usually the case routes have less stops. Um. So let's say you get a case route, 1,000 cases or so. That's about the average a lot of times.
day? Yeah,
So in a day of 1,000 case, you might have 9 or 10 stops for a case route. The keg routes, you have more stops. So on a keg route, you have anywhere between, I would say, 12 and 17 stops in a day,
yeah,
depending, depending on how busy it is. But, the good thing about case routes, you sometimes, if it's a good route, you'll have Publixes and stuff where a lot of times you'll drop a pallet or two instead of you having to break it down and roll it in, which that's good too.
yeah. Hmm. So what's the average hours you guys work out there?
Between I'll say like 10 and 12, but it also depends on the route and how you hustle as well. Because my route is up in Palm Beach, so it's a little bit farther drive and things like that. But we get paid by we were with all this Corona stuff, the pay's set up different now.
Hmm.
But before we were getting paid by the mileage, the stop, the case, and For us kegs, we get paid for bringing back the empty kegs. We get paid for each one as well. So
All right, I
we
got a
call it
question.
component pay.
I got a question for you. Can you get a job in beer delivery fresh out of school?
A lot of people have, yeah.
Okay.
But a
Would
lot of
you
the people
advise,
that have,
would you advise somebody to get a beer job fresh out of school? Honestly.
I mean, a lot of the people that it depends on your work ethic. A lot of people, that don't want to go over the road fresh out of school because a lot of people's situation is different. You might have a family, kids, and stuff. You might not want to be far away. So I mean, it all depends on your situation. If over the road is not an option, I would say just go for something that you can get your experience in, and you might like it. You might come into the beer game. You might like it.
Yeah.
It might be for you.
Okay. And how's like the benefits at your job and stuff?
The benefits are okay. I'm not gonna say they're great,
Yeah.
and they're not terrible. So
Hmm.
they're okay. The pay is okay too.
Yeah.
But the pay right now with all the coronavirus, they got it set up kind of different. We're not getting paid
Cases.
component pay how we were. We're getting paid. Everybody's getting paid a daily rate. So no
Oh,
matter if
okay.
they send you out there with 1,000 cases or 500 cases, you're gonna get paid the same regardless.
Oh, so you guys are on like a component system, just like food service guys?
Yeah, yeah. Before the coronavirus, now we're getting paid a daily rate. But with
So
all the
on the,
restaurants closed, we haven't been
yeah.
doing no kegs at all.
So
We've been straight cases.
if somebody come in and a beer company, they get like, let's just say they get a great route. Like, how much money can you make on a great route in like the beer company?
I mean, there's some people that are making, I would say, like 80 grand around there, like 80. That's like a good route. But a lot of the older cats got that locked down. They put in their time and
Yeah.
they got those higher paying routes.
Oh, okay. That's what's
But
up, man.
I'd say like the average would be like 60, 65.
65. That ain't
Yeah,
bad.
like 60, 65. Yeah, that's about the average.
So new guys can come in the game. They can get with a beer company and they can make like $60,000 a year. That's pretty good right
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
That ain't bad at
60,
all, man.
65.
You know, that ain't bad
hmm
at all.
A lot of the people that we hire, like that don't have a lot of experience, they're
Mhm.
usually be people from the warehouse and stuff like that want to become drivers. But it all depends on if you know somebody,
Yeah.
knowing somebody always helps. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
know
Okay.
somebody, they'll probably be able to get you in with no problem.
Okay. So you guys deliver like. See, I don't know the difference between like the two companies. I know it's like two major companies.
Yeah,
Um.
brand distributing, and the Gold Coast are like the two main.
Yeah.
Brand
Like,
delivers mostly Bud Light, Budweiser, all the Bud products. Funky Buddha, they
uh,
do a lot of the craft beers, like the Funky Buddha and all that stuff.
so you guys
ABV.
deliver like more of my type of beer, like the island people beer, like
Yeah, yeah,
Red
exactly. We
Stripe,
do we do a lot of the
Guinness.
imports. We
Oh, okay.
do Red Stripe, yes. We do for the domestic. We do like Miller Lite, Coors Light,
Yeah.
but we also do Heineken, Corona, Modelo,
Yeah.
Blue Moon, all that beers. Like
What
you go to
company?
Publix and you see all the import beers. 90%
Yeah.
of it is what we deliver.
What company does better in sales, man? You ever keep up with that stuff? Like,
Yeah, I mean, we do better than them, I would say, because
oh
we
yeah,
got the most popular beers. I'll say
yeah.
most people like drinking Corona, at least down here, down south in Florida. A lot of people
Hmm.
drink Corona, so I would say Corona is definitely our best seller.
Yeah, and Heineken is very popular.
Yeah, Heineken,
Yeah,
Corona,
and
Modelo, and
Red
Red
Stripe got
Stripe.
that crazy sale every now and then. I always see Red Stripe going for like buy one get one free or some type of
Yeah,
2 for 14. Like
yeah.
I
A
don't
lot of
know.
people like the Coors Lights too. Coors Light, Miller.
Yeah, yeah. Miller is very popular, especially at those wings places. Like it's
Yeah, they always got
Miller
the
all the way.
deals, man. They always got the bucket deals and all that.
Ale House. Yeah, we go to
Cheap,
Ale
yeah.
House, Boca. Like we always get Miller. Like we get the pitcher and we get the bottles. It's always like some crazy deals. Like get
hmm
a bucket for
Like
like
20 bucks or something like that.
exactly. I'm like, yo, give us like 3 buckets, and we acting like
Yeah,
it's all
exactly.
of them in there. So y'all do get some deals, man. So it's good to know, man, because I always wonder like, what's the different groups like, who deliver what? You know what I'm saying? So like, Cause I'm always thinking like maybe it's one company in like a different state that delivers all the beers. I don't know if it's a rule against
I
that.
think I think it's different in different places. Yeah, and as far as Florida goes, we got we got a warehouse in the Keys. We got
Mm-hmm.
one in Pompano, and we got
Yeah,
one in Orlando and in
yeah.
Doral. So we got one in the Keys, in Doral, in Pompano, and in Orlando. So
Oh,
we do
okay.
all those beers I mentioned. We do that. We do that for Florida. Down here in Florida.
How many cases does the average driver take out a day?
I would say it depends. Some people drive a smaller trailer. Some people drive like a 38 footer. Some
Yeah,
people drive a 48 footer. So it all depends on the route. But there's some routes that go out with 15, 1,600 cases a day. There's some
yeah,
routes that will go out with like 7, 800 cases a day. All depending on when back when we were doing kegs and all the restaurants were open, you can go out with 80 kegs a day, set 60, 70, 80 kegs a day. And trust me, it doesn't sound like a lot, but 80 kegs is a lot, man. Because you gotta also bring back the empties, and it's a lot. It's a lot more than what people think it is.
okay. So let's talk about the turnover, man. Because
Hmm.
I'm gonna tell you in food service, it's high turnover, and I always
Yeah,
tell
yeah,
people I don't sugarcoat it. A lot of guys they can't do it, and I don't blame these guys. These aren't regular type of jobs. It's physical work, and I'm pretty sure the average person didn't get their CDL to come and do physical labor. So I understand. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
We see that all the time.
How's the
We
turnover
see
rate
that all the time.
with the beer companies?
Uh, I would say I wouldn't say it's as high as food, but it's up there. It's definitely pretty high as well. But a lot of people like it here because you get the weekends off. Just with having the weekends off, that's big for a lot of people, and a lot of people like that. But yes, it's physical work, and the people
Yeah,
who do stay, a lot of them, most of them don't end up staying for like a long, long time.
yeah,
It's kind of
okay.
like a lot of people look at it as a stepping stone job. Get your experience and
Hmm.
get out.
Yeah, because at the end of
Which
the
is
day,
understandable. It's understandable.
at the end of the day, drivers gonna want to make more money.
Yeah, exactly. It all
Yeah.
depends on you what your goals are.
I got a question.
Keeps you in shape though, man. This job keeps you in shape for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. I got a question on somebody say since I'm getting out of CDL sponsored school, if I want to leave before my contract is up, will a local company mess with me? Um, I think a local company will hire you. I mean, at the end of the day, these jobs they just want people to work. They don't care
A
like
lot of
what's
times,
yeah,
I would say it's how bad do the companies need a driver, Because a lot of
mhm,
times they might need to hire a few drivers all at one time, and if you come in, you got the right attitude and take the road test, you do good on the road test, and you're willing to come in and do what you got to do, they'll take care of you and they'll hire you right away.
yep. Because that
That's what I would
contract
say.
stuff that he's talking about, that's mostly for over the road trucks, over the road
Right,
companies.
right.
They don't want like you like they don't want like say for instance Swift to pay for you to go to school. They don't want they don't want you to jump to like Schneider or another company because they can Jamarcus say they can get sued for hiring a driver under a contract.
Oh yeah,
So
I don't know too much about the contract
yeah, I
stuff.
don't really know too much about that either. I don't really know too much about that. I guess if you're on a contract, it's just something you got to research, David. You know, make sure you do the right thing. I mean, if you're on the contract for a year, man, a year goes by quick. Just do your time, man, and do what you got to do. I mean, trust me, a year goes by quick. Time is flying these days. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how far you see your how long you see yourself in doing beer, man? Do you like it?
I do like it. I'm not gonna, I don't love it, but I like it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
gets me, gets my bills paid. I like having the weekends off. I like
yeah,
having the set route where I know what time I got to come in every day, and I work during the day. I like the day shift. I like to sleep in my bed at night with my wife.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So I would say I would stay here until I see something that I would like better. Like until I see something that pops up that I might be interested in that I like better, then then I'll go for it.
Yeah, and that's one thing, man. That's a good thing that you said that, man, because there's a lot of drivers out there. A lot of people that follow my channel, they always tell me like to do this and to do that. But a lot of people, what they don't understand about Florida is that in Florida, it's set up different from a lot of states, man. It's not a lot of good local jobs. So in Florida, we gotta take what we can get. Like these jobs,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Like I talk to fuel drivers, they making good money in different states. They be like, "Yo, why you don't haul fuel?" I'm like, "You serious?" Like fuel drivers in Florida, they don't make money. Like, they
Yeah,
don't.
a lot
You
of
know?
them jobs don't make as much as people think.
Yeah, so it's set up different in Florida, man. So like once somebody have a decent job in Florida, they gonna try to hold on to it as
Oh
long
yeah,
as possible. You know what I mean? Because good
yeah. A
jobs
lot
are
of the
hard to
people
come
down
by.
here that I see who do like freight jobs, like Old Dominion and all that. A lot of the guys been there a long time. They don't want to
And
leave.
they're not leaving. You know, because
Mm-hmm.
I have people come to me all the time. I'm like, why don't you do LTL? I'm like, yo, because
It's not as easy. They're not always available. Those jobs,
they
At least
don't
down
hire.
here.
Yeah, they don't hire. And one of the best jobs that's down here for us is like Walmart, but they're over the road. You know,
Right.
you gotta go over the road for Walmart. And
I heard Costco is actually pretty good, but I don't know too much. I don't know too much about Costco, but I heard they're actually pretty good.
yeah, I got a friend that worked there. They're pretty good. They start out at $24 an hour. They top out at about 28 and some change. I mean that's pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? And I think we lost. Yeah, we lost Darwin. We lost Darwin. But yeah, Costco is pretty good. They let me see, try to get it back on.
I got lost. Yeah, I got lost. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, Costco they top out about 28 or some change. And I got a friend that worked there. They're not hiring right now down here, but they're up there in Palm Beach. Right now they're busy. They take care of their drivers. That's a good company, man. I talk to my boy all the time. That's a really good company, man. I had an opportunity to go there too, and I like I let the opportunity go by because I'm thinking to myself, I'm like $28 an hour. Like I
Yeah,
don't.
that's pretty good. That's good.
It's good,
Especially
bro.
down here, a lot of those trucking jobs down here don't pay that.
It's good, but I don't want to limit myself, man.
Right, right.
Because I don't talk a lot about. I don't talk about my pay on YouTube because I don't like. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like flexing on people and stuff like that. But you see me we met at the airport. You know what I'm saying? If you could compare, like, if you can like talk about what I showed you for a second, how would you say that the pay is to you, like food
Oh,
service driver like me?
oh man, what you showed me was nice, man. Definitely nice, man. Better than what most people make for sure.
So like I'm gonna be honest with you, like for me to be like limited to like $28, that'd be like
That's the thing.
oh,
Like I would
I
say
don't
getting paid by the hour is good, but also getting paid like component pay or it's kind of better also because if you can get to a point where you don't have to be working 60 hours a week, you can work 45, 50, and you're making 80 grand a year. That's great. You don't have to sit out
exactly
there working long hours to make your money. You can work shorter hours and still make a lot of money.
exactly, and that's why I always say that food service to me is better than LTL because like I mean as time goes by, I mean like we get paid for what we do. We don't got to be sitting on the
Right,
clock. You know what I'm saying? That's why
right.
for me to know that okay, I'm capped off at 28, like that's a problem. I can't like mentally I can't go to work know that okay, that's all I'm gonna make is
Yeah,
$28
that's
an
what
hour.
makes it ridiculous.
Yeah, I want to have opportunity to make more money. You know what I'm saying? Because we out here, we putting in the work. You know what I'm saying? So that's why jobs like those, it's good jobs. I influence people to get those type of jobs, but it just don't work for me, man. We out here, we working hard. I just want to make money while we out here. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah, I
bottom
mean, you got to be very honest. Might as well try to make as much as you possibly can.
line. So we talk about the benefits, man. So the routes, man. Um, how long would it take a guy, a new driver coming in to look forward to getting their own route?
Um, okay, so it all depends on what's available. You know how many routes are available, things like that. How many swing drivers they got at the moment. But I'd say the
Mhm.
average for me, it didn't take too long. I came in and I would say about a month or two, I already
Yeah.
had a route. So it all depends, on your work ethic, what's available, how many swing drivers there are. But I would say the average would be like maybe 2 to 3 months.
Hmm. You guys got any side load drivers in your company?
Not anymore. No, not anymore. We got rid
Okay.
of. They got
You
rid of all the side load drivers. A few, I'll say, what, like 6, 7 months ago, they got rid of all the side load drivers. Now everything is a straight bulk trailer.
So they kind of like forcing like stores to order like extra, order less, like is it like that? How that
Um,
work? That
I don't know. I never drove for a side. I never drove a side load here because
mm-hmm.
when I got here, the only side loaders they had left were straight Class B drivers.
Yeah.
We had like I think it was like 4 Class B drivers that were on side loaders, and
Yeah.
then when they got rid of them, they gave the guys the opportunity to get their Class A and come to the regular bulk side. So
Yeah.
right now we got a straight reefer and drive-in trailer.
Cause the problem with the side load, man, it's so easy to open them bays. So like you
People can
inside
drive
the
all the
store,
time.
exactly. You inside making a delivery. I can simply just drive up to the side of the store and boom, I'm putting
Oh
Heineken
yeah,
in there.
it happened
You know
to
what I'm saying?
it happened to a brown driver up in Palm Beach and Riviera
Oh yeah.
not too long ago. Yeah, he was on one side making a delivery, and there was a car that drove around the other side of the side load, took
Yeah.
7 cases out and drove off.
Yeah. Hey, I always tell this story, man. When I used to work for Arizona Beverage, um, I was driving side load. I was in Brown Sub. I don't know if you've been to Brown Sub. I'm making a delivery, and I'm on one side, like stacking my hand truck, and I heard some commotion on the next side, and the dudes they was filling up their Buick Regal with Arizona tea, and I went around there, man, and I'm like, "What's up?" And the dude was like, he lifted up his shirt, he was like, "You all right, Dred?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm cool." You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
'Cause
let
yeah,
it go.
what I seen he had in his waist, so I'm like, man, what's the point? Man, just go with the Arizona
Just
tea.
let it go. Yeah, let it go. It's not
Man,
worth it.
his little Bill Regal, man, was like a lowrider with all the tea in there. So I was like, you know
He
what,
took the whole side. The whole.
man, he stuffed so much teas in that damn car, man.
I think Arizona still has some side loaders, right?
They got a lot. I think they still got silos. Yep.
Was it like a 16 bay or so?
Yeah, they got 16 bay. Yep.
Yeah.
I ran into somebody I used to work with at Arizona the other day, man. I couldn't believe he was still there. He's still there, man, doing a thing. The thing
Nice.
about Arizona Tea, man, they paid us good. I ain't even gonna lie, but I just outgrew the pay. You know, sometimes you with a company, it doesn't matter if they're good or bad, but you just outgrow what they got to offer you.
Right,
I
right.
mean,
No,
every driver should have that ambition that you know, if it's greater out there,
that
just go
price
get it.
tag says that.
Yeah, exactly. If it's greater out there, man, just go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um, David Henry say my school only has automatic trucks. Would that hurt me in food service or beer? Um, you go ahead and answer that first. I'm gonna answer him in a second. He
Okay.
want to know
We
what would.
actually we actually got a couple drivers that have the automatic restriction on our license, but I mean, I would say if try not to have any limitations on your license. Try to learn how to drive a stick, and why not? Because there's still a lot of companies out there that require you to have no restrictions on your license. But we got a couple drivers that got the automatic restrictions. Now, I don't think there's too many. I think most of the drivers, don't have any restrictions on their license at all. But I know a few of them that work here that, they hired them, knowing that they had the automatic restriction on their license. So it's not a problem here. But I don't know too many. Only a few.
Yeah, for me, my answer is David. The only answer I can give you, man. The good thing is that the new trucks these days are not coming with stick shift. So
Stick, yeah.
most of the new trucks is the automatic. So automatic is the new wave, man. It's not much stick shift left, so it's gonna be a lot of companies that's gonna be willing more than ever to work for you guys, work for you, to let you work for them because believe it or not, companies need drivers, man. You know,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of drivers getting ready to retire, man. A lot. It's a lot of old heads out here. A lot, man. In Florida, I see it. In Florida, like a year or two from now, it's gonna be a lot of drivers, and it's gonna be a lot of drivers like moving up into like getting good routes, and it's gonna be a lot of jobs open up. I'm talking about like my job. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like Pepsi drivers, Coca-Cola drivers. It's a lot of old heads, UPS, Old Dominion. It's a lot of old heads that gonna retire. They need to retire. You know those guys that need to retire, but they're just hanging on to
Yeah,
their job.
forever.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
actually one guy in my company right now. He has a ride up in Jupiter, and I think he's trying to retire by the end of this year.
Yeah. We
So
just had a driver retired last year. He been with US Food for 45 years, bro.
wow, that's
45
crazy.
years.
Yeah, matter of fact, when I seen you at the airport that day, the older man that usually does that route, because I see him all the time when I'm doing the airport doing that stuff. He
Hmm.
told me he's been there a while. I don't know how long, but he's been there a while. I think too. He told me. I think he
I
said
think
he was like
he been
55
there like
years.
29 years.
Yeah, yeah.
So we got a lot of guys that's been there like 30 something years and over 30. It's like right now it's like five people that could retire right now. But they're
Wow.
just hanging on to their job, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm not going nowhere because in the next couple of years, man, it's going to be some sweet routes. I'm talking about some routes that you can get and you can retire
Black
on that route.
seniority, you know, that seniority
Exactly.
holds weight.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure you guys got like sweet routes over there, right?
Oh, yeah, we actually got a one driver like that. He's been here forever. I don't know how long, but he seems like he's been here forever. He's an
Yeah.
older guy, and he drives a 53-foot trailer. And
Mhm.
all he does is he delivers to all the club stores, which are Sam's Club, Costco, BJ's, all that. The Sam's
Yeah.
Club, Costco, and the BJ's. He does all those. Nobody else. Only like a few drivers do them, but he does mostly all of them.
So it's mainly
So
him and everybody like a backup.
right, right. So he delivers to those, and most of those places only get solid pallet of beer. So they'll get like, let's say they get a lot. They'll get like 10 pallets of beer at one stop, but
Mhm.
they'll get like one whole pallet of Heineken, one whole pallet of Corona, one whole pallet of Miller Lite, mostly like that.
Yeah.
And he doesn't go out with any herring cars, anything. He just straight dropping pallets all day long
Yeah, that's sweet,
with the
man.
pallet jacks. Yeah.
That's sweet,
So he
man.
doesn't want to let that go. He's been here forever,
Man, you just don't know how good it feels like not to touch a hand truck. I ain't
man.
gonna lie to
Yeah.
you, bro. I ain't touched a hand truck in over a month, man. I've
Nice.
been doing at Whole Foods and it's
Letting
like,
your arms rest, your back rest up a little bit.
man, just dropping pallets. That's why I know this COVID-19 is bad, people. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. For food service driver, we going through it right now because we might not be making the same money, but this rest, man, this
I
rest that
mean,
we get is
it feels
so
like that for me too, man, because I haven't delivered to no restaurants in a minute. So I haven't been
yeah,
delivering no kegs, it's only straight cases, and it makes a
yeah,
big difference, man, when you delivering kegs versus
yeah.
cases, because those kegs are heavy, man. They're a lot of the half-size barrel kegs are like 170 pounds each, and you
Uh-huh.
usually stack one on top of each other and take both of them in there. To just lift one up and put it on top of each other takes, you gotta know how to lift correctly, and it takes some strength, to be able to put one on top of the other. It's not definitely not easy. You get
So,
used to it after a while, but it's
yeah.
not easy.
So what's the training process for like a new guy getting into the beer company? Like, how long is the training process?
It all depends on you. Like when I came in, I was in training, I'd say for like a month, and then after that, they let me go out on my own. But it all depends if you're a lot of the times how much experience you have, and if, you know how to drive. Because sometimes guys come in, they just getting their license, so they're letting them work on their driving experience as well as how they're getting them used to the job and getting accustomed to the type of work.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so
it all
it's
depends.
basically up to the drivers.
Right.
If you get trained for a week and you feel like you're ready, you can
Right.
go to the manager and
If
tell
they
them,
feel like you're ready, then they'll let you go by yourself. Yeah.
okay, because at U.S. Food, I think it's different now. I think it's at least like 3 weeks now.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
yeah, but back in the day, it used to be different. Like, if they think somebody ready, boom, they let them go. But
But
now,
I don't know if it's like this everywhere, but I think they have to before they just throw you out there, they kind of have to have you not be able to drive for a while when you first come on with a company for
oh
insurance
yeah, it's like
purposes.
that everywhere. Yeah, it's
Something
like
like
that
that.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
So
an
they don't just
insurance.
let you drive right away. After a little
Yeah,
while, then they throw you out
yeah,
there.
it's like an insurance thing where guys gotta
Right.
wait to see if they get approved for driving or something. I think
Right.
you gotta do like a certain amount of hours training
Right.
before you get approved for driving. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. You have to get a certain amount of training hours before you
Yeah.
get
I don't know
approved for
exactly how
driving.
much it is, but I know.
Yeah, yeah, it's like I think all the companies like that. So any companies out there that's not doing that, they just cheating the system, you know. So
Hmm.
you know a lot of companies out there. So man, you ever see yourself like doing like you ever see yourself like driving your own truck or doing something like that in the
Oh, I
future?
definitely thought about it for sure. I would never say no because you never know. But I got two small kids, so I kind of don't want to. I don't see myself leaving my kids and going over the
Yeah,
road right now. Because a lot of
yeah,
people, most of the people that own their own trucks, are over the road,
yeah,
and so I wouldn't say no, but I would say the time would have to be right for me to own my truck, because for me, I like being with my family, so I really don't see myself going over the road and leaving my kids.
yeah.
But everybody's different.
You ever thought about getting back in food service?
Yeah, I've thought about it for sure.
Oh yeah, okay.
The money in food service is definitely better than beverage for sure. At
And you
least
talked a lot. You
from
talked to a lot
from
of food service
from the beer
drivers, right?
business. Oh yeah, all the time.
Okay.
Cisco, U.S. Foods, GFS. Talk to
Yeah.
them all the time. And a
Okay.
lot of the ones that I see that are like basically on my same route.
Mhm.
We all see each other and we always talk. And most of them always seem to be happy at food service. They
Exactly.
seem to like what they do, and
And
most
you
of them
always see
move
like
well
the
as
same
well.
guys on the same route, like the same
Right,
Cisco guys and stuff like
right.
that. Yeah, 'cause I ain't
They
even
all
gonna
seem
lie
to
to you,
love the
like
money, man.
yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you, like that is true about like you got a good route. I'm gonna give that to you. That area is a good area. You know that's my area
Matter of fact,
right
with all this coronavirus thing, I haven't even been running my own route for I would say like 2 weeks now. I've
there.
been
Yeah,
covering somebody else's route, but
yeah,
his route is only straight cases anyway. So
yeah.
I've been going out with his route, and we're working on maybe me switching over to that route and have somebody else take my old route. But I don't know yet. We'll still see what
Okay.
happens with that. Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you,
and
man.
they're
I
both
love
in Palm Beach anyway. So
yeah, I love that Palm Beach route, man. It's some money
yeah,
to be
yeah,
in Palm Beach.
yeah, exactly.
And it's only gonna get busier. You see that new hotel they got by the airport. You see that new
Yeah,
hotel, right? And then they got that
yeah.
new
They
golf
got the
place.
golf thing, the
Yeah,
golf
and
thing.
then the dog track they gonna turn that into a casino. Man,
Oh
it's so
yeah.
much. Yeah, they going cause in Florida they got this thing where they don't want people racing dogs no more, so they gonna
Mm.
start doing the dog. So I hear they're gonna do like a casino.
Courses.
So yeah, they don't want nobody racing like the dogs. You know, they got a dog track
Right,
down the
right.
street from the airport. So yo, Amir, what's going on? So they gonna do something with that. So
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I
Palm Beach.
actually did the first delivery at the golf place right there on Belvedere.
Oh
I
yeah,
forgot the name of it. Yeah, I did their first beer delivery.
yeah. I was kind of upset, man, that U.S. Food didn't get up in there. You know, I was talking to a salesman. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, it's a brand new customer. Like, we're not even up in
Who
there.
does the food service there? The food delivery.
PF, PFG. I see
Oh,
PFG over there.
PFG. Okay.
Oh, like I get upset. I get upset when I see like a
Is that
new
the only
customer.
one they get? Only PFG?
Um, yeah, I think that's the only one. You know,
Okay.
I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't like I don't like salesmen that's not aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see a new restaurant, you're supposed to be at the front door like every day, just waiting waiting for the owner. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up? We here. You know what I mean? So I felt that we should have got up in there, you know, and that's my route. And I felt that I should have got that restaurant or golf place, whatever it is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm upset about that. You know, I don't
Well,
like.
delivery service for the beers a pain in the ass anyway, bro. To be honest,
Oh yeah,
because I think they had, if I remember correctly, they had one cooler downstairs and then another cooler. You gotta go into the elevator and go upstairs, and they want the kegs, I think, downstairs and something. I think the cake is upstairs, something like that. It's kind of
so
crazy. You spend
can't
way too
just
much
drop it.
time in that place.
Can't just drop everything
The first
downstairs.
delivery, I was able to drop 2 pallets of the cases because they were still getting everything set up. It was before they were open, and there was really no room for anything, so I had no choice
Yeah,
but to drop it. But I only did that stop the first time, my
yeah,
first ever delivery, and they were trying
yeah.
to make me do all that up and down in the elevator, and I couldn't do it because
So
waiting
how
till the
many
stars, and they weren't ready for all that anyway. So
how many crazy stops do you have like that, man?
uh,
That just
I
have
would
like
say a
weird.
good amount, man. They got some stops in. I don't know if people down here that live in South Florida are familiar with a place called the Elbow Room
I heard of
in Fort
elbow.
Lauderdale.
I
Yeah,
think
they
I've been
say
there.
that place is one of the worst places for the beer people to deliver because I think they gotta go downstairs and upstairs with the beer, something crazy like
Is
that.
it is that like is that on Beach Club?
I think it's near Fort Lauderdale Beach somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never done it, but I've heard crazy stories about that place. Sometimes if you're a driver that's in that same area, they'll have 5 drivers go help out with that stop because they got you going up and down stairs and doing all that
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stops
Stuff
that
we
crazy.
go through, man. The stuff we go through sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of stops that's crazy, man, that I don't wonder why the companies just don't make an arrangement for us to like just drop it there, let them deal with it. You know what I mean? They
Right.
want us to take it up the stairs, take it up the
Oh yeah.
elevator, have
Take
to
off
pull,
humps. It's
you know
crazy
what I'm
humps.
saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, take it through the snow, you know what I mean?
Oh
Take
yeah.
it through the hill. I'm like, come on, man, this
Oh
don't make
yeah. They don't
sense,
care.
bro. It don't make no sense, man. The craziest delivery I ever had was craziest delivery I ever had was it was downtown Miami, right? I had a delivery where it was close to Brickell Avenue. Been out there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Downtown ish.
I remember, man. I just remember standing like downstairs, and I'm just looking at all the stairs I'm gonna climb. I'm like, really? And I was like, I'm just going upstairs, man, like counting the stairs, and
Yeah.
I had to pull that hand truck up like I think it was almost 30 stairs, bro. And I got to the top, only to find out that the customer was not there yet.
Oh man,
And when I
that's
did get to
terrible.
the top, and somebody saw me, they looked at me like, "Yo, what you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" Well, I'm trying to make a delivery. Oh, the freight elevator's on the other side. Yo, I
That's
got
crazy.
so upset. Yo, I'm like, yo, Big
Yeah,
Curve
at
said,
least you didn't have to go up the stairs twice, right? Unless did you have any more trips or just that one trip?
it was one trip, but
Okay.
I had a big old rabbi. I had a big old case of meat on the bottom. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
heavy, right?
that shit's heavy, man. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
it's some tough deliveries out there, man. It's another place down in Fort Lauderdale Beach that we got like a basement. Like a lot of people don't know, it's a lot of basement on that beach. There's
Mhm.
still a lot of people with basements, and like them stuff ain't easy to go downstairs, man. Shout out to them
Oh
boys
yeah.
in the Northeast, man. I don't know how y'all do it, but few of these crazy stops that we got, man, I just don't like it, bro. You know, but we got to do it, man. The craziest stop I got in Palm Beach, I'm gonna tell you right now. To me, is the craziest stop. I don't know if you ever delivered to a place called Clematis Pizza.
I've heard of them, but I've never delivered there. Yeah.
The reason I think Clematis is crazy, right? Because you been to downtown Palm Beach?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Clematis Pizza is it's like a one way, but it's like you going down Rosemary. and you got to back down this small little alley, right? And
Mm-hmm.
if you go too far to the left, you're gonna hit the fence, right?
Okay.
But then you got back in this tiny little alley, and then when you back down there, like it's only one way in and one way out. So if another company come behind you and back down there, you just gotta sit there and wait till they get finished, man. And I'm like, this shit just don't make no sense, man.
Yeah,
They
I got
need
a place like that too. It's actually like it's like this residential area, but they have like a golf course in the place. So it's kind of like a golfing. You know, in Palm Beach they got a lot of golf places to
is,
golf at.
is
So
it
you got a
on?
back.
You
It's
talking
off
about
of like Belvedere and 441. Like there's like
a?
a super Walmart there, and it's like right across the super Walmart.
Okay, no, I
It's
never been
called
there.
Mayako Lakes or something like that.
No, I never been there.
So the delivery you gotta back up like a big hill to the
Yeah.
receiving area, right? And then
Mhm.
once you back up the truck and you get up that big hill, they have a big ass hump, man. You got to take those kegs up a big ass hump, and once you get to that door, you got to go through the kitchen, out of the kitchen, and they have the bar all the way across the whole place. So you got to walk. Literally, you're at the farthest point of the whole building where you got to take the beer. You got to go all the way across the building. You got to go up the hump with all the cases and all the kegs, and then you got to walk all the way across the building and make that delivery, man.
That's crazy, man. That
Yeah,
is
yeah,
crazy.
those humps will kill you too, man. I take one carry at a time,
Yeah.
and I don't double stack nothing there because it hurt your back.
You ever delivered to that country club that Serena Williams live at?
Nah,
The I think
I
it's
don't even
called.
know where she live. Where does she live at?
She lives in this place called, I think, Bel Air or some shit. I know it's on I delivered there in like 2 times. My boy said he's seen her like practicing out there. He said he pulled in there one day and he saw like Venus Williams like jogging in there and shit.
Nice.
I think it's called like it's off of North Lake. It's off of North Lake.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
a country
Yeah,
club
up
on
there. Yeah.
North Lake. Yeah, like you going in between in between the 95 and the turnpike on the left hand side. Yeah, over there. Pretty cool, man. Palm Beach, man, that's a big money area, man. You know that.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of
Some of the stops I hate too, man, is Flanagan's, man. Some of those Flanagan's, they get so much beer, bro. Like one Flanagan will get like 20 kegs, and then you go in there, you would think, because they have so much taps, got to have a nice big cooler for you to drop all that beer in there.
see
But
there
the
you
cooler
go. Somebody,
it's long, but it's very, very narrow.
yeah, see there
Very
you go.
narrow, man. So you got to organize everything. If you don't organize everything, you can't even get in the cooler to deliver those damn kegs, man.
See there you go. I got somebody said that they saw Serena Williams off in the Target off of North Lake. Yeah, so she stayed right there, man. Her and her sister. They living off.
Oh,
They
yeah?
living, yeah, they live in that country club off of North Lake Boulevard.
Okay.
You know. My
Yeah, I've
homeboys.
delivered up in North Lake a couple times, but
Yeah.
I was on closer to 95 when I delivered out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all my areas, man. From North Lake all the way down to Belvedere, from Military all the way to downtown Palm Beach. But
Okay.
like Okeechobee, that's like my spot. I run Okeechobee from all the way from across the bridge, across the bridge,
Right.
all the way from across the bridge. I run Okeechobee from across the bridge all the way back down to Military, even past Military. I got
Okay.
like,
Yeah. My route that I was doing was I would be like Okeechobee and Military. You know they got like Applebee's and Buffalo Wild Wings right there.
mhm.
I would do them, and then I would go from there all the way as far as Locks and Hatchet.
Yeah.
So I would go
Oh,
all the way to Locks and Hatchet too.
Amir, that's your area? Yeah, that's my area, man. I love that route, man. The route, it might be hard, but like one thing I love about Palm Beach area route, one thing I love about the Palm Beach route is that you're not really it's traffic in Palm Beach, but
Oh, it's not bad over there.
it's not like hectic traffic. It's just like
Yeah.
throwing traffic. It's not like people like riding around with like nothing to do. So
Right.
it's a sweet time in Palm Beach where you got from like 8:30 to like 3 o'clock to get your shit done. Once you get your shit done,
Yeah.
you have like nice flowing traffic between that time. Now, if you pass like 4 o'clock and you try to come from 95 south, you're gonna run into some traffic
Oh yeah, for sure.
between
Especially
eight
coming
thirty.
from like Glades.
Yeah.
And if you're on the turnpike, man, once you hit Glades, it's oh man, you're gonna be there a while.
hmm
You're gonna be there a while.
So I love that route, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I see myself on that route for a long time, man. Shit, somebody, somebody can retire. You ever get a route where you say, "Damn, I can retire off this route"?
Oh
That's
yeah, man. There's a few guys, man. I've covered a
yeah,
few guys routes where you're like, man, these guys get paid to drop pallets all day. Those are the good routes.
yeah,
You get paid
yeah, man.
good, you dropping pallets, you know. So for those people that think that it's just very hard work. Yeah, there's a lot of routes that work hard, but if you put in your time, you could eventually be at a point where you're just dropping pallets all day and you're still making a good amount of money to just make an easy delivery. Make easy deliveries all day.
So what's the most money you ever made, like delivering beer in a week?
In one week, I would say like 1,300 clean after everything else, like after taxes, after
Oh yeah, that's a good
insurance. Yeah,
week.
that's about the most I've made. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good week, man. Is it like was it like a Super Bowl week or something?
I would say I think it was like around St. Patrick's because I think that's the busiest time of the year for us.
Yeah.
So I
hmm
think it was around St. Patrick's Day weekend. Well, week, not week.
So you the keg guys, you guys make more money than the regular guys?
Some people think so, but I would say it all depends on the route because there's some people that have case routes that make a lot of money too. So
Yeah,
the difference is that when you uh when you do kegs, you get paid to bring back all the empties. When you do cases, you don't have to pick up any empty kegs, so you don't get paid by that.
yeah.
So if you bring back a lot of empty kegs, that adds a good amount of money to your paycheck.
Oh, okay. Like how much they pay per keg?
Per empty keg, you get 50 cents for each empty.
Oh yeah? Shit,
So
I'll
if
be
you
going.
bring back if you bring back 100 empty kegs in a day, that's an extra $50.
Shit, I'll be going to other guys
Yeah,
restaurant picking
a,
up empty kegs. I'm
a
like,
lot
fuck
of people do that, man. They try to take the competitors. 'Cause some of the competitors' empty kegs, they're like universal. Like they use some of them, we use some of them. So if you
oh
see
yeah, I can
them,
do it. Yeah, I can do that.
some of them, yeah. I mean, they would. There's no way to really know.
Yeah,
So they can use them. There's some kegs that they can use that we can also use. And if
yeah,
it's there, sometimes some people take it.
yeah. Shit, I go there. I go to different restaurant taking empty
Yeah.
kegs, man. And I know that's how it was back in the day, like Coca Cola, man. Picking up all the CO2 tanks, we used to get paid extra. So
Oh, okay.
it was straight.
Man,
But
those
now,
Twin Peaks, those Twin Peaks. Like
hmm
I used to deliver to the Twin Peaks over there in Palm Beach Lakes. Man, they used to have a lot of empty kegs. So that one stop by itself would be like 20, 30 empty kegs by itself right there.
I've been to that Twin Peaks one time, I think,
Yeah.
hanging out with my boys. That Twin Peaks get busy,
Twin
man.
Peaks gets busy. Oh my God.
It get busy, man.
Yeah, you'll never try to go there during lunchtime. I would always be there at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, that's your stop?
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be there before the manager is getting everything set up. So as soon as he gets there, you in and out.
Yeah,
Cause sometimes things happen and your day gets messed up. You'll have a breakdown or whatever. You go there late. That parking lot is full, man. It's hard to get that
yeah.
truck in there with all them cars.
So
So you have to leave there at that time when it's busy.
what's like a good perk from your job? Or you guys got any perks?
I mean, I like having the weekends off. I love that.
Yeah, I
Everybody
mean,
pretty much just a Monday through Friday got the weekends off. We
y'all
get
don't
free
get no.
food sometimes, or
Oh yeah,
sometimes we get free beer. They
yeah,
got a bar set up for us at the warehouse. In another building, on the side of the warehouse, the other building, they got a bar. And I think it's like they had it for a while where every Thursday when you're done with work, you can go over there and get a couple free beers and just sit there talk with the guys and
you
have
talking
a
about a
beer.
bar where you go in there and drink?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It's
so
supposed
you
to be.
get off your route, you got a
Yeah,
couple of your buddies, your coworkers.
yeah,
You're like, man, let's go over there to the bar, grab 2 or 3 beers, maybe snack on some whatever they got there, some chips or some food or whatever, and just sit there and talk.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, you know. I
Okay.
can't
Yeah.
complain, man.
Yeah. 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 Hey, that's cool as hell, man. I ain't gonna lie to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like you guys don't got no like like us at US Food, we got like mad discounts. We got discounts on
Yeah.
we can get discount on cars, phones,
Oh
theme
wow, really?
parks. Yeah, man, we got
I
discount for
think we
days.
do too. I think we got on some of the theme parks and stuff like that, but I'm not too sure. I know with this coronavirus thing, they gave us a voucher for like $40 so that we can get some free food at some of the places we deliver to. So
Yeah,
like one of the options was like Anthony's Co-Fire Pizza, and I just took the voucher over and got myself some dinner for the family. You know, just got some pizza for the kids
yeah.
and the wife, and we just got like
So
$40 free meal. You know.
you don't got no restaurant that you deliver to that you can just go anytime and be like, yo, it's me, and be like,
Oh, a lot. Some of the Flanagans, they
yeah,
hooked me up, but I live too far. I'm not gonna drive over there. You know, I live
yeah,
in Broward, so I'm not gonna drive all the way to Palm Beach just to get some free chicken wings. I'd rather
yeah,
just go and pay for it around the
yeah,
corner from my house. You
yeah.
know.
Man,
But a lot of them places take care of me.
yeah, they do got some nice fish though. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I can make that damn drive. Fish and
Yeah,
chips.
and the Flanagan's. I mean, most people probably know this. They get their fish. A lot of their fish, they get it fresh every day.
Yeah,
I think it's like every day or every other day where they get a fish delivery of a lot of like the mahi mahi and stuff like that.
exactly. That's
It's
it.
fresh.
They do got some fresh fish. I ain't even gonna
Hmm.
lie. Yeah, that spot. How y'all doing business over there?
Right now, with
Yeah,
everything going
I'm
on.
not talking about right now. I'm talking about in general. Y'all do good at Flanagan's?
Oh man, yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Well,
Okay.
the Flanagan's in Wellington, I do that one, and their average delivery would be between 15 and 20 kegs, and then they get another 40 cases of beer on top of that. 30 to
And
40 cases.
they use only you or they use you guys and
Us and the other and Brown.
Okay. Do you
So
guys
they'll
got
get they'll get maybe like 15. Let's say on average 15 from us and 15 from them.
yeah.
So they'll get like 30 kegs a week, and then on top of the cases they get from me and from them, they'll say like 60 cases and maybe 30, 40 kegs in 1 week. That's a lot of beer, man.
So do you guys got any like restaurants that you're like exclusive carrier? You know how like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they got like restaurants that is like only Pepsi here or only Coca-Cola here. You guys
I
got
don't,
any
I don't,
exclusive?
I don't think so.
It's different, right?
Yeah, not that I can think off the top of my head, because Brown has a lot of Budweiser and Bud Light. In South Florida, there's a lot of people also that like drinking Bud Light too. So you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
have them options. A lot of people like Corona and all that stuff, but there's a lot of people that prefer Bud Light and
yeah,
all that stuff. So there's not too many that, as far as I know, I don't think there's any that just do us.
yeah. Okay. Can you see the messages? You can see the messages?
Let me see. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I can.
Anybody got any questions, man? We're gonna take some questions before we get out of here about getting into the beer company, anything like that, or anything y'all want to know. Just go ahead and ask a question, man. I'm gonna be right back and get me some ice. So just if anybody got any question, man, just read it and answer the question. I'll be right back.
All right, all right. How many people are on here? Let me see. I can't even tell how many people are on here. Hey, Curry, what beer company I work for? I work for Gold Coast. Gold Coast Beer, uh, in Pompano Beach. Where do you live? Do you live in Florida too?
Who Big Curve?
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Curve live in Florida. He doing
Yeah.
insurance. Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay,
been,
okay. Yeah, because I'd say the main two, beer companies down here is Brown, with they're in Palm Beach, and then there's us, Gold Coast, that they got in Doral if you're in Miami, and then they got Pompano if you're in Broward.
yeah. Hey, one thing I want to know, man, like, any ladies that rewind this and listen to this, man. Is there any ladies in Deliver Beer? Y'all got any woman over there?
As far as I know, I've never seen any females, be a delivery driver. They got a lot of female salesmen and things like that. A few of them that even work in the warehouse. But as far as being
Yeah.
a driver, I've never seen a lady. But hey, I think there's some strong women out there that would be able to come along and give it a try.
And would you advise? See, I don't talk about women in food service, like because like I'm gonna be honest with you, there's some hard work, and I wouldn't advise. I just stay off that topic because I don't want to sound sexist. But would you advise any woman to come and do beer?
Uh, I don't think I think the kegs, man. I'm not saying they can't, but those kegs, man, are definitely
All right, let me rephrase this. Would you want your wife to deliver cake?
nah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some tough work, man. And like I feel
No,
so bad.
the thing is you got to know what you're doing because you can easily hurt yourself, man.
Exactly, man.
So
I
it's
be
like,
feeling. I feel so bad every time a woman asks me about food service. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they be asking me, oh, like, can I do this and that? And I'm like, and I don't want to lie to them, man. But I just like I
right.
feel bad.
No, it's
You know,
definitely tough work.
yeah, you know how this world is, woman power. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't say
Yeah.
we can't do it. We can do
I'm not
everything.
saying they can't do it. I'm not saying they can't do it.
Yeah, but
Everybody
Beyonce,
can do it, but
yeah,
it's definitely
Beyonce,
tough work.
Beyonce messed their heads up. So
Yeah, it's not like it's not your average,
yeah.
your average
Oh, we
job.
got a
So,
question. Amir want to know: are y'all busy year round, or do you guys have slow season?
no, we're pretty much busy all year round, because people pretty much drink beer all year long. But I would say our busy season is pretty much from, I would say like, I would say after summer all the way until probably April. It gets a
Okay.
little bit slower in the summertime, but it's not as slow as you would think it would. Because
Yeah.
people still drink all year round, and you got spring break, and then summer people drink all year round, no matter what. So it stays pretty busy. It's a little
Okay.
bit slower in the summertime, but it's not that slow. And then the
Okay.
summer, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice that it's a little bit slower because it's hot out here, man, in South Florida in the summertime. So it's a good time to take vacation.
Yeah. Okay. So man, you guys got like assigned trucks and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, for us, yeah. Every driver pretty much has every truck has a route, and every driver that's assigned to that route has that same truck and trailer pretty much every day. Unless
Oh, okay.
obviously you got a breakdown or you got some issues with the truck. We got our own.
How how's the managers over there? They got any experience, like ex delivery drivers, or are they out
Yeah,
of like?
most I would say most of our supervisors are former delivery drivers. We got a couple that don't even have a CDL, which I don't.
I know
I
what you're
think I
saying.
think I think for you to be a
Ex-
supervisor of the drivers,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
know that know have some experience behind the wheel because
Yeah. You
it's
gotta be
gonna
able
be
to
tough for
lace
you
up
how to
them
drive
boots.
the truck if you've never
Yeah.
done it before.
Yeah. You gotta be
But
able to
we
lace up
have
them
like
boots.
one or two. I think one. I think we have one supervisor that doesn't have his license, but the rest of them, got put in their time and got experience. So most of
Yeah.
them,
Because
most of them
for
were
me, like
delivery drivers in the past.
for a supervisor, man, I think you need to be able to like lace up your boots and like.
Yeah, because you never know what can happen. Somebody can get hurt. A truck may break down,
Hmm.
or whatever. And let's say, for example, somebody's truck breaks down, and he's the only supervisor there that day, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna bring, if they need to bring somebody that truck if he doesn't even have a CDL, how's that gonna happen,
And that's the advantage that GFS supervisors have.
Right,
They're all like in work clothes, ready to go. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
They all like been there and done that.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good thing, man. Yo, we gonna wrap this up, man. If y'all ain't got any final question, go ahead and ask me now. Um, or ask Darwin now. Only got one question for you before we go.
Yes, sir.
When you gonna come to US Foods, man?
I don't know, man. Maybe if the opportunity presents itself after this, and it's good for me, then why not?
Yeah. Hey, but
Never say no, man.
yeah. But somebody trying to connect. Hold up. We got Lewis in the building. Hold up. Lewis, what's going on, man?
Never say no.
Drivers?
Yeah. Well,
What's up?
Somebody trying to connect. Hold up. We got Lewis in the building. Hold on, let me turn it.
Let me pause YouTube.
Lewis, what's going on, man? Yeah. But darn man, I appreciate you for stopping through, bro. And
Thank you for having me, man. And thank you for everybody who watched this and asked questions and were involved. Thank you for hearing me out.
Yeah, we've been trying to do this for a minute, but you know me, man.
Yeah.
I do things like a spur of the moment, man. I don't try to plan things because it was today I called you, right?
Yeah, it really wasn't planned. You called me out of the blue. It's like, yo, what you doing at 9 o'clock? You got some time? I said, yeah. Put the kids to sleep, and
Yeah.
here we are.
That's the way I like to do things, man, because it seems more